What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of The Bell Zone, where you're listening to your boy, Victor Bell. Go ham and get in the zone about things, all things real estate, money, finance, making yourself better, succeeding in life, and my new thing, creating wealth. Because wealth is what? Your duty. It's my duty. It's your duty. It's your responsibility to do that for you and your family. I personally do it through businesses and real estate, and hopefully that's why you're here as well. All right, so today's episode of the Bell Zone, I'm going to go over how to raise money, how to get money, how to raise money, how to raise capital as a real estate investor and or a business owner. Because to be honest with you, I've had to do the same thing, but I did it differently. But I'm going to go through the steps. I'm doing this. I don't make videos for other people, just being honest. I make videos that help me and my team, help people that I'm going to be working with now and in the future. So that way, you know what I'm doing, so you don't have to guess. My shirt makes me look like a nerd. I'm going to unbutton that top button. I don't want to look like Danny Terrio like I'm in a club, though. So anyways, so for that purpose, if you don't know me, I'm Victor Bell, best-selling author of 30 Days of War. I actually have a couple of other books on Amazon on real estate and also my other book, You Need More Cash Flow. That's what these are about. But go online, check them out. They're great. You're really going to love them. But the biggest thing is that I've done $57 million worth of real estate, starting with a $10 book in the store, and I have not quit. I've been doing it for 20 years. We have our own real estate fund. It's called Bell Capital. You can go to bell-capital.com. You can check it out, get a little information on myself, and you can watch a bunch of other videos so you know what I do, whether you do business with me or not. Get into the real estate game. You'll be happy you did. All right, so without further ado, I won't waste your time. The number one thing about raising money. Raising money. What does that even mean? What is money? Money, in its simplest form, is confidence. It is me saying, hey, guys, look, I'm going to give you money. I don't have any money. Nobody has money anymore. But if I would say, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to give you a card that has money on it and or attached to it. Boom. You're going to take that money that's on this card, and you have the confidence to know that whatever I gave you in exchange for what I'm giving you the money for, you can take that same money to somebody else, and you know it's going to be valuable. So that's really what money is. So you cannot get money. I mean, you cannot buy anything in this country without money. Gas costs money. Food costs money. Water costs money. Water is actually free. There's water everywhere. But what we are paying for nowadays is the packaging and filtering and all the stupid shit that everybody charges us for. I said I wasn't going to cuss today, but there you go. I'll put $1 in the jar later. So, money. You need money in real estate. No matter what somebody tells you, there is no such thing as a no money down deal, because even a promise to pay somebody later is still considered confidence, is still considered money. Bam. Promise you. So, and here's how I know if you want to test that. Promise to pay somebody some money, sign a note with them, and then don't pay them back. And you will find yourself in court. Trying to get what? That money. So needs to be a level of confidence. You got to understand that first about raising money. Money is confidence to other people. So there's a lot of people with money sitting in an account, whether it's money in their bank account, money in a trade account, money that's dead equity in their home. Yes, if you have equity in your house, you're not using it, it's dead, because you cannot spend equity unless it gets transformed into something else. So there's a lot of people out there with money. There's $9 trillion circulating in our economy, and primarily, I want to say 40% or maybe higher than that of all the money circulating right now just really got created over this last year. That is nuts. That means there's more money, trillions of dollars in the marketplace for you to raise money out there looking to be parked in a good, viable investment opportunity. So what does that mean for you guys? If you have a deal that you're looking for and you're trying to figure out how to raise money, I'm going to give you the steps that I go about doing it. I've been doing it for 20 plus years because I get into this business, and sometimes, man, you're not going to always have the money. You're going to bring in investors. You're going to borrow the money from banks. You're going to use somebody else's financing. Whatever the case may be, this is going to be a vital part of expanding and growing your business no matter what is happening in your life. So number one thing that you're going to need, and I wrote this down, bam, because I can get long-winded. And again, guys, I talk fast. I walk fast, I make decisions fast, so not everybody's going to like me. That just means I'm not your guy. Or you can listen faster, walk faster, talk faster, and do those things with me, and I'd appreciate that. It's just a certain type of person that wants to do that. So, number one, you need a deal. If you don't have a deal, it's going to be really hard for you to raise money, because what are you talking to people about, right? You can say a deal, you can say a project. The project is something you may be doing in the future. And let's get it straight, guys. Everyone on this planet raises money. GoFundMe raises money. Blackstone raises money. KKR raises money. Your mom and your dad raised money to buy the house that you guys probably lived in, meaning that they went to the bank and pitch the bank on this thing. So at some point, you still need a project and or a deal, something to talk about. Even if you don't have the deal tied up yet, show them what you're going to be going for. That's how important it is. We do that. We don't have a specific project picked out right now. We say, hey, we know the general aspect of the deals we're looking for. Here's what they look for. We drive them, we walk them, we take pictures, we get the information. Now, what do we have? We have a potential project. We have a prospect to be able to take to our investors and say, hey, guys, here's potentially where we're headed. Are you even freaking interested? Because if there's no interest in the potential project, you can't raise money right off the bat. All right. So number two, you need people. So number one, you need a project and or a deal, whatever you want to call it, whether you're raising money for your business or you're raising money for real estate. Most of you guys are probably in the real estate game like I am. Next, you need people. And here's what I want to say. There's a caveat to people. You've heard me say this if you watch any of my marketing stuff. There's likely to buy type of group of people, and then there's likely to buy now. We typically like to talk to the people who are likely to buy now. Somebody who wants to invest money that says, well, I got a lawsuit coming, so I'm going to get paid at umpteenth degree in the future. Or my mom has a bunch of money. Or I got money in this account and I can't touch it for 2 more years. Those are people who are likely to invest with you. But what we're talking to is the second group of people who are likely to invest now. Yep, I got $100,000 or more in the bank. I'm a qualified investor, meaning that I'm either accredited or I'm not accredited, but I'm not an idiot. I know what I'm doing. And I'm willing to do it right now. Like, those are people who are qualified to do something right now. Most likely to buy / invest now. Do you understand that? That's so important. That's vital. Most people try to raise money from the wrong people. People who don't have money, and then you try to convince those people to go get it for you. But what you need to do is have the very, very, very productive strategy of next. Once you say, you know what, got it, he doesn't have it, next, go to the next person. She doesn't have it, next, go to the next person and find that group of people who are going to do it. But again, the very powerful distinction I want to share with you guys is you need to get people most likely to invest now. All right, super important. So the next thing I want to share with you guys is you need a proposal, right? You need a proposal right off the bat, or said differently, an offer. Like, what are you offering these people? So you have a project, you're talking to qualified people who can make a decision with you now, right? Because if you can't make a decision, you don't have the money, you don't trust me, you don't trust Victor, you don't trust real estate, can't make the decision. Next thing is what? You need an offer. What are you offering these people, right? So it's great that you have everything else, you have the right person, but you need to have an offer that they're excited about. What are you going to say? This is where things get a little bit spicy, because a lot of times your offer, if you cater the wrong offer to the wrong group of people, they're going to say no. If you cater the wrong offers to the right group of people, they're also going to say no. So you need to get real dialed in on what it is that you're offering people, right? Because there's levels to everything that you do. Me going to a wholesale flipper of residential properties, trying to get them to invest long-term in a multifamily play, that's the wrong group. That's the wrong offer. They're going to be like, nah, we don't really want that. It doesn't matter whether I was like, look, I'm going to pay you $100 million in 10 years. They're going to be like, dude, 10 years is a long time. So you need to drill down what that offer is and keep it simple, catering to the person most likely to invest in you now. Man, if I could tell you that one thing that I just said probably cost me 7 years of headache in my real estate career, dude, that was one of them. I had the wrong offer to the wrong people, or I had the right offer to the wrong people. At some point, you got to match those things up. That's why I'm only doing the principles of this. I can go deeper with you later. So, and the last thing at all is you got to have the right ask. Like, at some point, I listen to people like that are in real estate ask for the wrong. They're asking based on perception. Well, this person must make millions of dollars, so I think they can give me millions of dollars. Dude, no one's going to give you their last. You better ask the right question. No one will give you their last dollar. So when you go to a prospective person where you're raising money for a deal, sometimes you're like, hey, you know what? This is the deal. This is what I need for that. How much of that do you think you'd be able to invest in it? How much of that could you take? You want all of it? You want half of it? You want 1/3 of it? Like, if we need $2 million and the minimum investment is $100,000, do you think you can put up $200,000, or do you want to do the minimum $100,000, or do you just want nothing? Do you want to pass on this deal and wait to see how this one works and I come back to you later? Like, you got to have the right ask for people, but you need to be direct. This is why this one's very important. Most people ask. They have a weak ask. They're afraid to ask somebody. They're afraid to ask for the money. They're afraid to go after what they want. They're afraid to make themselves look bad, or worse, they're afraid to ask because they're so afraid to get told no. If you say no, that's not a big deal. That allows you to do, my number one principle in business, that greatest strategy of all. Next, I'll just go to the next person. It isn't that you're saying no to me forever. You're just saying no to me right now. I'll go to the next guy and I'll circle back to you. because now I got a full pipeline of people to talk to. But I'm telling you, as simple as this is, and I'm talking fast through it. Why? Because I'm only going to be on here for a few minutes. I don't want to waste your time. But the part about this is when you really get the concept of how simple this is. First, right off the bat, you need a deal or you need a project. You need to be able to have something to show. People don't believe what you say. They believe what they see. So when you have something to show people, they understand. They get a visual of that, right? The closer you can get to it, the better. Then you need qualified people, not just people. You can talk to the world, but there's only going to be a small group of people that are going to want to be associated with you and your deal, especially raising money. It's very different. Next, you need an offer. You need the right offer for the right people. Over and over and over again. You need the right offer for the right people. Wrong offer, wrong people will make you think that this business doesn't work and that there's no money out there. There's $9 trillion out there, right? So there's no scarcity of money. There's just scarcity of people looking for it. All right, and last but not least, you need to drill down the ask. How do you drill down your ask? Ask a lot of people. Ask a lot of people. And then when you ask them, say, hey, you know what? What was it about this deal that you liked? I never ask what they didn't like. I'm like, what is it about this deal you liked? And then they'll tell me. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. What is it that I could have asked that I could have just left out? You didn't care. This thing, Vic, you could have just left that out. Because I killed the deal. I've taken responsibility in that moment. So when I go back and ask somebody, hey, what did you like? And what did I actually do that I thought was good that I could have just left out? And that was bad. There's a big distinction between those questions. I just asked that question on the group that we were in, right? At the end. They didn't have an answer for me. But anyways, it's important. I share that with you because sometimes when you're looking for feedback from somebody and you continue to ask, what did I do wrong? It's way easy for somebody to tell you what they did wrong, but very few people can tell you what they did right or say, hey, you know what? I didn't really need that bit of information. And if you get more beatings in the marketplace because people love to tell you some shit you did wrong. It's natural, right? It's natural to browbeat people. But you walk away feeling like, whoa, it's hard out there, man. I took no's all day, and here's why, and I'm bad, and I'm this. And it starts to plague on your confidence. And what did I say money is? Confidence. So from start to finish, raising money is about confidence. If you get your confidence crushed all the time in the ask, then you will ask for less money. You will ask less opportunities. You will talk to less people. It kills everything above it. So that's why this is valuable. Valuable to me, man. I knew I had to stop asking the wrong. Like there's a thing that we used to say in the MMA world: ask stupid questions, get stupid answers. Right? That's some dude that gets beat up or something like that. But anyways, you get it. So I have my man Rick Ross over here. He's actually a part of my team, and I wanted to actually ask him, hey, did you have any? What was your take? What was some of the things that you got that you think somebody will get out of this? What was a good question that you heard? It was like, oh shit, that's good.
I think the one thing you said about making sure you ask yourself the right questions, I think that was the biggest takeaway because a lot of people do articulate to themselves what they did wrong, but they rarely realize what they do right. And then if they don't know, how can they repeat it?
Yes.
I think that was brilliant.
Right,
that was
right.
Really good.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, man, stack your wins. Man, you got enough people out there rooting for your demise as it is, much less you be one of them. Like I said, don't be a hater and a hider at the same time. Just go ahead and be like, dude, look, here's what I did great today. Now, here's the deal, and I learned this from one of my mentors years ago. If you can agree with me, right, we all agree that life is a game. And since it's a game, there's only a couple things happening. But you are the player, you're the opponent, you're the referee, you're the coach, you're the person keeping score. How the hell could you lose this game? But everyone loses it every day. They're like, oh, man, I did this wrong, and I did this wrong, and I did this wrong. I'm like, why are you keeping score on that, man? Just keep score of the great stuff. I'm human. I keep score of the bad shit, too. And it gets me down, but I'm able to get out of it faster. One, not because I have it all figured out, but because I have so much shit to do, and the fact that I'm like, dude, it's my duty to get wealthy. I don't have time to sulk over all my bad stuff. So if I'm not going to sulk over it, man, stop asking about it. Doesn't matter. I stop making it a thing, all right? So the biggest thing that you could do right now, if you guys hear me, for this thing, is to recap this video real quickly for you guys because I want you to see where you're falling off. Maybe you got a project or a deal, all right? Because that's the old dogma in the world of, as real estate investors, I've been there too. Hey, what comes first, the deal or the money? Well, I can tell you at this part of my career, 20 years later, the money comes first. Money is the most important thing, and like everyone else says it, but I promise you, if somebody says the deal comes first, they already got money, right? So if you're like me and you're burning the candle from one end to the other end, you better be doing that. Like you need to focus on, hey, I need dry powder. It's competitive. Now, this is if you're not buying junk. Don't buy junk. I can tell you that. Don't buy crappy properties. Don't buy small properties. They don't work. You're going to lose money. And if you have a bunch of investors, you're going to lose their money too. I can promise you. It's just a tough way to do it. But while you're out raising the money and you're finding deals at the same time, it works. Okay, super important to remember that. So if you find out where you're falling off, maybe you have a problem finding the deals. Got it. Or maybe you're great at finding deals. Maybe next you have a problem finding qualified people. All right. Maybe that's where you're falling off in this line of execution. Maybe the next thing is you don't have your offer dialed in. What do people actually want? Well, the easiest way to do that is a survey and call them like, hey, I got a deal going on. It's coming down the pipe. What do you want? Right? And sometimes they're going to want something you're not willing to give. So one of the biggest things that we had to learn inside of our offer, people were like, hey, what's the pref return? 6. What? That's too low. And then I went back. I was like, fine, I'll just take that out. What did I say? What am I doing right? I got the right deal. What do I need to stop doing? Stop having a pref. It doesn't make it a bad thing. I just said, hey, you know what? We're not going to do a pref return anymore. The banks aren't giving you a pref return. If they lose all their money, they're not going to pay you back. So why is Victor running around giving everybody all this security on the planet? There's no need. Like, I don't have to do that anymore. We're in a different world. All right, last but not least, what is your ask? You know, you need to practice your ask more than you practice your offer. Because I can promise you, if you go, hey, are you willing to do this? Are you interested enough to throw some money into this deal? Are you interested in investing with me? Are you interested in investing with me over this last quarter? Get very detailed and dialed in about that ask, because that ask is going to dictate where you need to circle back to in this formula. Let's say you ask and somebody goes, hey, Vic, I don't have any money right now. Well, where's that at? That's a qualified person problem. I can go back and say, okay, fine, this person's not qualified. I didn't screw up. I'm just talking to the wrong person. Now I need to fix it. Next, go to the next person and start over at the top. But a lot of people get trapped, especially new real estate investors and seasoned ones too, because what you've been doing as a seasoned investor may not work anymore. Welcome to the game. So anyways, I appreciate you guys. Have a great day today. Oh, like this video, comment on this video, thumbs up my video, share the video, whatever it is you're going to do. If you hate my video, you hate my guts, you hate my shirt, you hate the headlights flying off in the back of my stuff, man, thumbs down and give me a back comment. I appreciate it too. Don't be a hater and a hider at the same time. I hate guys like that. If you don't like me, still show me some hate. I appreciate all the hate. It motivates me to do great things. But anyways, do that. Go to victorbell.com. You can see any other videos that we have. We got some upcoming investor live Q&A things if you want to invest with us. And we have Investor School and also Bell University. So if you need information about how to do what we do, how we do what we do, I got a shit ton of training back there. So that way that can help you if you want to run your own business. I want to be able to help do that because someone did that for me in the past. All right, so you guys have a great day today. I appreciate you guys. And remember, make wealth your duty. Do it because you owe it to the world. And I'll be here for you if you need me. I always will. So you guys have a great day today.